Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that every cup of tea you drink, every paper you write on, and every choice you make is controlled by a government thousands of miles away. You have no vote, no voice, and no way to say no. This is not a movie scene. This was real life for millions of people living in America in the 1700s, and what they did next changed the world forever. Today, on The Silent Truth, we uncover the American Revolution not just as a war, but as a bold act of defiance that rewrote history. Before we begin, if you enjoy powerful stories that reveal the hidden truths behind history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel right now. It helps The Silent Truth reach more people who want real stories, not sugar-coated versions. In the early 18th century, America was not a free nation. It was a collection of 13 British colonies ruled by the British Crown. At first, life under British rule was manageable. Colonists traded freely, built towns, and lived with relative independence. But everything changed after Britain fought expensive wars in Europe. To recover money, the British government decided the colonies should pay. New taxes were introduced on stamps, sugar, tea, and everyday items. The problem was simple but explosive. The colonists had no representatives in British Parliament. They were being taxed without consent. This unfair system created anger, frustration, and fear. Imagine working hard, building a life, and watching distant rulers take your money while ignoring your voice. Protests began spreading across the colonies. People boycotted British goods, organized secret groups, and spoke openly about freedom. One famous protest, the Boston Tea Party, sent a clear message. Colonists dumped British tea into the harbor, showing they would no longer accept silent control. Britain responded with force. Soldiers were sent. Laws became stricter. Cities were occupied. Instead of calming the situation, it pushed the colonies closer to rebellion. Ordinary farmers, shopkeepers, teachers, and workers slowly transformed into revolutionaries. They were not trained soldiers. They were people fighting for dignity. In 1775, the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord. No one knows who fired first, but those shots echoed across history. What started as protests had now become a war. George Washington was chosen to lead the colonial army. He faced huge challenges, little money, few weapons, harsh winters, and an army of volunteers fighting the strongest empire on earth. The war was long and painful. Many doubted the revolution would survive. Soldiers froze, starved, and lost hope. But the idea of freedom was stronger than fear. In 1776, the colonies made a bold move. They declared independence. The Declaration of Independence was more than a document. It was a statement to the world that people are born equal and governments exist to serve them, not control them. The fighting continued for years. With help from France and sheer determination, the colonies slowly gained ground. Finally, in 1781, British forces surrendered. America was free. But the American Revolution was not perfect. Freedom did not reach everyone equally. Slavery continued. Women had limited rights. Native Americans suffered greatly. Yet the revolution planted a powerful idea that inspired future movements around the world. It showed that ordinary people could challenge empires. This is the deeper truth behind the American Revolution. It wasn't just about independence. It was about courage, sacrifice, and the belief that people deserve a voice. That belief still shapes America today. If this story made you think, share this video with someone who loves history with meaning. And comment below, do you think the American Revolution truly delivered freedom, or is that fight still ongoing? Let your voice be heard. This is The Silent Truth, and this is history beyond the textbooks.